It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun-shy. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure and spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Sticks the jump in. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The pressure is so intense going on the offensive. Can't KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Misses the drive impact. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This fighter just brushes that off and keeps going. Still slugging it out, drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters planning something? Next a little game for the Misatsu Gohado. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Goes for a risky overdrive. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Do they have enough drive? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player goes for the Misatsu. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? Player 2 is in a pretty good burnout. Do they need to do that? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Throws them from above. Burns out. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. Scrambling, he clutch, anti-air. Hits them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Low heavy. Ooh, what a smart throw. Has a bit of OD fight though. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. There's a drive impact. Good presence of mind on this. There's a burnout. Oh, snipe. Both absolutely repeat clutch, anti-air. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving, reads the jump in perfectly. A projectile to say, get off, drops them from the air. That fighter was not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Misfire with the drive impact. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. The low doesn't connect. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Flashes him. Hits him with a stop and pop. Jumps in. Player 1, the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. No cookout complete without a Kyrian man. Player experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Goes with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Checking how their opponent reacts to Fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. That was a solid anti-air. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Shoots off a fireball up close. Parries to cancel the fireball. Below heavy hits. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Time's the only thing moving here. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Throws out a projectile. Okay, it charges forward. Takes a trip. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They take some time to back off a big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Uses their drive gauge. Blocks it. Squeezes the gauge. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Sneaks in above. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Charges forward. But hits them with a stop and bomb. What'll happen here? Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that.
Wow, yo, critical line gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Overdrive. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Caught in the crossover. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, burnout on both sides? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Grabs him. Projectile to try and change the situation. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Knockdown. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. In a dire situation. They can't bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. They may need to spend some meter here in order to KO! Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. Who's going to start things off? Squeezes the gauge. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? From low heavy, thrusts that off and keeps going. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Uses the gauge for a super art. Risky up-close scrap still going. Adds a bit of OG's life. Oh, burnout triggered. Reads the jump in perfectly. To the face. Oh, could be the start of something. A real test of nerves here. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. A fireball at that range? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. You better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Who's going to break the silence first? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both sides looking for an opening. Goes for the low kick. Both players have near empty super art. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Had the radar up and running. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Taking stock. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Burnout is there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Next hit will end the round. Gets them with the anti-air. Okay, creating some space. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Demon Rain hits them with a stopping blow. Burns the drive gauge.
Gotcha!
Burnout activates. Player 2 has a slight life lead. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. It's a good spot to use the super. Using the super can open up huge chances for them. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Life sets up with what a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The last round. It's now or never. This is gonna hurt. The drive impact doesn't work. Player 1, were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? With burnout triggered. Burns out. Sets up with the jump in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Here comes a ground them from above. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? What's next? Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? The low kick connects. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. Decides to meet them in the air. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Demon Blade kick. Squeezes the gauge. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Both fighters planning something? At this range, many attacks can connect. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2, there's the wall spot. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and side switch in the corner. Hits him with a stop and pop. Going in, willing to risk it for the overdrive. In there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Ready yourself. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Lots of aggression from both sides. Goes for the low kick. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Knockdown. Was looking for that jump attack. Gets the jump in. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Hits them with a stop and pop. Goes for the Masada. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Scrapping it out up close. The path distantly to some big damage. Going in, hits the drive, drops him hard, goes to the air. Player 1, what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.